must be respectful relationships. Are we together, colleagues? Yeah, very few. Recently, a few days ago, we saw the Zambian case of young people, a male and female, who were in a very nasty relationship, and you saw the girl being killed, and the guy within 24 hours after killing the girl, he committed suicide, and that speaks to lack of respectful relationships that are based on nothing but selfishness and lust and so on. And so he never respected the girl. And also possibly there were those few issues that they needed to develop together and be able to move forward. They needed knowledge around CSE. Develop respectful relationships, consider how their choices affect their own well-being and that of others. And also be able to understand and ensure the protection of their rights throughout their lives. So, what is comprehensive sexuality education CSE then? And so these are some of the things that are borrowed from our technical guidance, the global UNESCO technical guidance, that points out among a few other things that CSE is delivered, in formal and non-formal settings. So informal is through the curriculum under the Ministry of Education. In the non-formal, it's delivered through the out-of-school curriculum that is being supported by our sister agency, that is UNFPA, and they do that through Ministry of Health and also through Ministry of Youth. I'm glad the Ministry of Youth colleagues are here. So a few pieces of facts that are there is that it is scientifically accurate. It has been proven scientifically that it works. Okay, young people who have been exposed to CSE are different from those that have never been exposed to CSE. All right, and then it's incremental. As you can see that you don't give it to those that are not deserving to have the knowledge because they can't comprehend. They are not able to understand the content of it. So it's incremental, meaning that it is also age and developmental appropriate. So what level, in terms of grade, does it start in Zambia? We start from grade 5 up to grade 12. Because we know that around grade 5, boys and girls are already approaching, they are hitting high notes of beginning to approach puberty. If they are girls, they are developing breasts and they are beginning to ask those questions that I'm different, aren't I, from the boys. And the boys also begin to feel shy and so on. And there's something knocking on their mind that you're growing and you're becoming aware of the differences that exist in between the two sexes. It's curriculum-based, it's comprehensive. Why do we say comprehensive? The previous model of CSE that bordered on life skills only was monolistic. It just targeted on the mind of the learner in terms of the books, the materials that were developed were just about one child. What this child can do, the bridge model schemes, being able to cross from one land of undesired elements into the future. The CSE that we have now is embodying. It brings in the parents, it brings in the political leaders, civic leaders, it brings in the teacher, it brings in the faith leaders, and everybody, not just at school but at home. A lot of the values we carry wherever we are, they are values that we actually have learned from home. So it's comprehensive, it's quite embodied. And then it's based on human rights. It's about human rights. This is what protects you. There's so many conventions that Zambia has signed up to. Those that focus on children, those that focus on young people. Your access to information is your right, and you can demand to have a service from Ministry of Health. You can demand to have a service as a citizen, as a young person in that particular country where you are. So it's about those human rights and that no one can take away those fundamental liberties that belong to you. So it's based on gender equality. Teaching children that whether you're a girl or boy, you have equal opportunities to excel through in academics. So nobody should make a girl feel less important than a boy, and nobody should make a boy feel less important than a girl. These, when they grow knowing and with a deep sense of equality, they are most likely to respect each other and ultimately will have respectful relationships around the gender peripheries. And then it's also culturally relevant and contextually appropriate. So the CSE that we have respects culture, it respects religion, so it does not disregard anything else. And so when you hear a few people Of course, with due respect, that few oppose and they're saying CSE sexualizes children, CSE, gives rights to children to choose their sex and so on. It's not any of the contents that are here. Because whatever is summarized in terms of what I'm showing here is what is in the curriculum, and every one of us is free to walk into Ministry of Education and ask for the content that they teach. It's transformative. It aims to change 28% of total pregnancies are among girls aged 13 to 17. The main principle of CSE is that everyone, regardless of who they are, has the right accurate information and services related to their and the well-being. It is non-discriminatory. All right? The integration of CSE into school curriculum and pre-service teacher training, a total of that number, 66,989, representing 60% of all teachers in Zambia have been trained in effective delivery of CSE at classroom level. A big hand for that success. Thank you. CSE teaching and learning materials have been developed. Okay, CSE questions, a total of about 5,904, representing 65% of all head teachers in Zambia, have been oriented to the benefits of CSE and also to the management and supervision of CSE at school level. CSE teaching and learning materials have been developed. CSE questions have been integrated. All right, so right now, our national exams includes the comprehensive sexuality education. So when young people are writing the way the grade 12s are writing, grade 7s and 9s have been writing, their national exams includes questions on comprehensive sexuality education, which is the best model to sustain what you are doing, because today, tomorrow, UNFPA, UNESCO, UNAIDS will say, oh yes, guys, we are done. But the works that will have been done will remain because that has been sustained and integrated at systems level within government. And then we can also see that a total of 1,988,251 adolescents and young people in school have been reached with CSE. And CSE is anchored on institutionalized within the Ministry of Education structures and systems. Sexuality education was rolled out as part of the revised national curriculum in 2014. This is what the Ministry of Education has done, and it has been at the center of doing these things. And I am convinced they need to be able to push the work forward. All right, I should be done very, very soon. All right, so the thematic areas in terms of what the curriculum covers include the following. It covers relationships, and these are the only thematic areas from grade 5. Okay, if you are to go beyond grade 5, speaking as a teacher, you'll find similar content in grade